sir.
Yeah. So good morning, everyone. So in last class, we are trying to discuss that vector class and a stack class, and we covered array list, right? So we'll try to cover in this session. We'll try to cover a linked list and cursors, three cursors, right? Enumerator, iterator, list iterator, right? So first we will go ahead with linked list, right? First we will try to cover the linked list concept, right? So I hope you know what is a linked list. So single linked list, double linked list, circular linked list. So you already learned in data structure subject, right? So here also we are having linked list concept, right? So from where this linked list class came? So from where the linked list concept came? So that class came from which interface? So collection interface is there. So from the collection interface, list interface. So from that list interface, linked list class is there, right? So linked list class, first point. So if you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we can go for linked list concept, right? So this is common point for all the collections. So if you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, then you can go for linked list concept, right? So second one, so if you want to maintain the insertion order, you want to maintain the insertion order of the elements, then you can go for either linked list or any list implemented classes, right? So it will accept duplicate data, right? So it will accept null data also. Null insertion is possible. You can insert the null any number of times, right? So you can insert heterogeneous data. So heterogeneous data means you already know. So if you want to insert different kind of data elements, right, like a student data, faculty data, like this, or any numbers, any characters, right? So that is a heterogeneous data, right? So all these points are common, and linked list is not implemented from random access interface, right? So linked list is implemented from serializable interface and clonable interface. Serializable and clonable interfaces. But not from random access interface, right? So if it is not implemented from random access interface, so if your frequent operation is retrieval, so you are not supposed to use linked list. So we'll see why we are not supposed to use it. 1 minute.
సార్ ఎగ్జామ్ క్లాస్ ఎప్పుడు చెప్తున్నారు సార్?
Right. So it's not implemented from random access interface. It was implemented only from serializable and clonable. So in the fifth unit, so you are already, sorry, in the fourth unit, you all are having collection objects only. That means there might be a chance to ask anything like array list, linked list, vector, stack. So there may be a chance to ask any of these classes and cursors also, right? Right. So this is not implemented from random access interface. And so generally we will use this a linked list for implementing the stacks, right, and queues. Okay. So in our application also, if you take in general data structure subject, so there for implementing a stack, we are using stack using arrays and stack using linked list. In the same way, queue applications, queue implementation using arrays and queue implementation using linked list, right? So generally, we will use the linked list concept whenever you are implementing stacks and queues. In general, linked list is used to implement stacks and queues, right? So for implementing that, so it will support some methods. Here, ready-made method support is available as part of the linked list class. So what are the methods available as part of the linked list class, right? They already provided some methods, so we'll go ahead with some methods. So methods of linked list class. So first one. So I hope you know what is a linked list first, right? So linked list will be like this. First head node will be there, head element. So head element will be connected with the first element, right? It contains two parts if it is a single linked list. So second element, two parts, third element, two parts like this. So I hope you know what is a linked list, right? So sorry. If you don't have any elements, the head will be linked with null. If you have first element is having some address, the address will be updated in the head element. So first part is data part, second part is address part. Suppose in a linked list, if you have only one element, the head will be updated with the first element address, and the first element next will be filled with null in case of single element. Suppose if it is having two elements, so two elements. So I hope you know what is this. So first part is data part, second part is address part. So data part means suppose if you are inserted 10 value here, you are inserted 10 value here, and this one contains some address. Suppose this is the address. So this address will be updated here, right? So that means this is linked with this one. Right. So first one is linked with this one. So how do you know? So first element address is updated at head. This node is called head node. If you don't have any elements, this will be updated with null. If you have first element addresses as part of the head, and it contains data part and it contains next part. If you have second element, if the second element contains some address, second element is having some address, so it is having some address like this. So this address will be updated here. So this address will be updated here if you have second element. So like this. So this one will be connected with the second element like this. So I hope you know what is the single linked list. I no need to explain once again, right? So like a double linked list, circular linked list will be there. You might be learn all these things, right? So here also it contains first field is data field, second field is next field, right? If you have third element address will be updated here. If you have fourth element address will be updated in third element. If you don't have fifth element, last field will be null. So last one will be null. If you don't have any other next element, the last field will be filled with the null. So in this case, now observe here, consider this as a single linked list. Right? So it is not implemented from random access interface. So if it is implemented from random access interface, so you can pick the data, any data based on the index. But if you want to pick this particular third element, you must start from head node. You visit the first node, second node, third node, then only third node you are able to visit. Suppose the linked list contains 100 elements. If you want to retrieve the 99th location value, then you must visit all the locations. So here it will take so much time. So if our frequent operation is retrieval, so don't go for linked list concept. So why? Because it will take more time. Okay, suppose if our frequent operation is insertion or deletion, suppose if our frequent operation is insertion or deletion, right? So suppose if you want to add a element at a 99 location here, or if you want element first element here, you no need to do shift operations. So actually if you take array list concept, so if you want to insert a element, you require so many number of shift operations. But if you are using the linked list, you no need to perform shift operations. You just directly cut this link and you connect from here to here and here to here. Shift operations are not required. Okay, if you want to delete the data or if you want to update the data, so no need of shift operations. So if your frequent operation is insertion or deletion, it's better to go with linked list concept. So performance wise, if you are inserting or deleting the data, so better you can go for linked list concept. Why? Because here less number of shift operations are there. Not less number of shift operations are not there. You directly, suppose if you want to insert this element here, if you want to insert this element here, so what you will do? Simply you will cut this link. You will cut this link and you will connect from here to here. Right? So from here to here you will connect it. Then sorry. So you will connect from here to here, then you will connect from here to here. So this in the middle, the link will be disconnected. If you are inserting an element here, so here the link will be disconnected. So this will be connected with this one, and this will be connected with this one. So you no need to perform any shift operations here. So that's why you are reducing the time. Right? System performance will be improved. Right. So anyhow, this is implemented from serializable and clonable interfaces. Right. So now we will try to see what are the methods are available as part of the linked list class. So we have some methods like add first method. For add first method, you need to pass an element, which element you want to add in the linked list. Right. So same way add last method will be there. So add last method. In the same way remove first method and remove last method. So for removing object, you don't need to pass any parameter, either first element or last element. Right? So remove first, remove last. If you want to retrieve the elements, so you have another methods, that is get first method and get last method. And what about middle method? Middle methods. See here, if you want to add an element at the starting position, if you take this one, if you want to add an element in the starting position, directly you can use add first method. Suppose if you want to element in the middle, then you must visit the nodes. You must visit the node, go to that location, then connect, disconnect this link and connect this. So that's why you don't have adding a element in the middle. So in the middle, in which location you will add, don't know. So that's why we need to write our own code for that. But if you want to add element in the starting, or if you want to add element at the end, so ready-made method support is available. Why? Because just you need to update the code as part of the head node, and you need to update the code as part of the last node. That's why adding first method and adding last methods are available. In the same way, removing first location and removing last location is available. So not removing middle, not removing somewhere. So for that, we need to write our own implementation. In the same way, if you want to get the first element, ready-made method support is available. If you want the last element, ready-made method support is available. If you want to visit the middle elements, you need to visit it through the iterator only. So iterator are any cursors, right? So these are the methods available, and we will see what are the constructors are available as part of the linked list class. So if you know what are the methods and if you know what are the constructors, then you can create an object and you can call the methods. You can use that particular class, right? So what are the constructors are available? Constructors of linked list, right? So you have only two constructors. Class name is linked list. So here constructor summary. So you have two constructors only. One is without parameter, one with parameter. So what is this greater than less than symbols? You will understand at the time of generics. Generics concept is there. So at the time of you will understand what is this greater than and less than angle bracket. Okay. So I will explain at that time. So actually, if you want to store a particular type of data, then you can use this generic types. So we'll discuss that generic types slowly, right? Whenever the topic came. Right. So you have only two constructors. So first way is default constructor. So you will construct in this way: linked list sum ll equal to new linked list without having any parameters. This is first way. So second way is linked list sum ll equal to new linked list by passing existing collection object. That means already one collection object is there with those elements. If you want to create a linked list, you can create with that, with this constructor. Collection C, right? So these are the two constructors. Now we will try to understand with one example, right? So I'm commenting everything here. Right. So commented. So now I am trying to write a class. So first I need to import the package where the linked list class is available. Linked list class is available in java.util package. Linked list and with semicolon write a class linked list example, right? So save the file, saved it. So write the main method, right? So inside the main method, just create an object to the linked list, any one of these ways. So first I am trying without having parameters. So I am creating a linked list object, linked list sum ll equal to new linked list. Right. So I created linked list object. Now I can add the elements, right? So for adding the elements, what are the methods available? So here we don't have any methods for adding. Add first, add last is there. So if you want to add the elements one by one, so we discuss this point. So if you, it will maintain the insertion order. That means whatever the elements you are added, so that will be in a order. To add the elements, you can use either list interface methods or collection interface methods, or you can use first add first method also, no problem. So we'll discuss this one also. First I will try to add the elements one by one by using add method of collection interface. So I am trying to add the elements ll dot add. I am trying to add some names, right? So name 1, name 2, right? Right. So you have 4. I added 4 elements, right? So I will try to see what are the elements, whether the elements is added in a insertion order or not. So for that I am printing the statement. I am printing ll. So save the file, try to compile it, go to desktop. Your file is there, Java C. Your file name is linked list example.java. You compiled it, try to run it, right? So you added 4 names. First name is name 1, name 2, name 3, and name 4. All are added. Now you try this method, add first method, right? So already 4 elements are there. Now I am trying to use add first method, right? So ll dot add first method. I am trying to add a name 0. So name 0 will be added before the name 1, right? So name 0 will be added before the name 1. Why? Because you are trying to add this element as a first element. You are not using add method, you are using add first method. So after this you try to print the linked list. So compile the code, execute the code. So name 0 is added first. Earlier name 1 is there, before the name 1 name 0 is added. So why? Because you are using add first method. So in the same way, if you apply add last method, last name. So you can give any name. So I'm just simply giving first name, last name, like that. Name 1, name. Right, observe here, last name will be added at the end. So you compile the code, execute the code, last name will be added at the last. Right, name 0 is added first, and name last name is added at the last. So you are using first name method, last name method. So add first, add last. Sorry, not first name, last name. Add first, add last. Right. So you are having remove first and remove last also. So I am trying to use those methods. ll dot remove first method. So if I apply this method, what will happen? What is the first element in my linked list? So first element is name 0. So name 0 will be deleted, right? So after this I am trying to print this. After removing first element, so what is that? What it contains? So save the file, execute the program, right? Name 0 is, earlier it was there, now name 0 is not there, name 1 is there. So first element is got removed. So you can remove first element, you can remove last element. If you want to remove the middle elements, first you need to visit the elements, then you can remove the element. So whenever we are discussing cursors, we will see how to remove the middle elements, right? As of now, you cannot retrieving the elements one by one. You are directly printing the reference, you are getting all the elements of the collection, right? So you can apply the same way, you can apply remove last method, and print the linked list. So last element got removed. So compile the code, execute the code. So last element is last name, so last name got deleted, right? So in the same way, if you want to get the first element, if you want to get the last element, you can apply these methods: get first and get last, right? If you are applying get first method, so it will return a object, you must store that object. If you are applying a get method, so if you apply get first method, it will return a object, so you need to store that object in some variable of object type, then you can print that object, right? So what is the first element? In my case, my first element is name1, so it has to print the name1. So compile the code and execute it. Compile the code, execute the code. So name1 is printing, right? First element you are able to get it. You can get the last element also by using get last method. Get last method. So you can change the object reference, that is O, and this is O1. So last method will pick the last value and it will return as an object format. I am printing that object format. So compile the code, execute the code. So you are getting, when you applied get first, you are getting first name, that is name1. When you applied a get last name, you are getting, that is name3, right? So I hope you are getting how to use this linked list methods. If you want to use other methods, you can use other methods, no problem, right? Other methods means list class methods and list interface methods and collection interface methods, you can apply, no problem, right? So any doubts here? If you want to replace element, you can replace the element like this. Sorry. So set method is there. LL dot set method. I hope you know what is the set method. You can apply. You can pass a index. So and you can replace with some value, right? So what I'm doing, I'm trying to update zeroth location value. That means replacing. So first location value will be replaced with the updated string. Right? See here, zero location value will be updated with the updated string. Compile the code, execute the code, updated string is there, right? In the same way, you can apply any of methods. So I hope you know some clear methods are there. Come size method is there, you can apply any of the methods, list interface methods and collection interface methods. Suppose if I apply clear method, so what will happen? So it will remove all the elements from the linked list, right? Save the file and try to execute it. Last, it won't have any elements, all the elements got removed. So clear method. So I hope you are getting the point. So how to use this a linked list? This is also important. They might be ask you explain the linked list collection, right? With example, example methods or example program like this. So you have to explain all these things, right? So linked list you need to keep editing. You need to draw a linked list. What is a single linked list? What is a double linked list? What is a circular linked list? So you need to explain with a normal example, right? Right. Right. So now we will discuss. So cursors. What are the cursors are available? So how to retrieve the elements from a collection? So we are having three cursors, right? So we'll try to discuss the cursors. Right. So what are the purpose of cursors? So you have collection objects. You have collection objects means like array list, linked list, vector, stack. We discussed these four classes. So whenever I am trying to see what are the content is there as part of the any objects, just I am printing the reference. If I print the reference, it is printing the data in this way. It is printing the data in this way, right? So all the data it is printing. If you don't want all the data, you want to see some particular data. You want to visit one by one. So if you print the reference, it is not possible to visit the data one by one. So for that, to visit the data one by one, you must use the cursors concept, right? So there are three types of cursors in Java, right? So these are used to retrieve the elements of a collection one by one, right? So cursors are enumeration, iterator, list iterator. Right. So these three cursors we will discuss. So first try to understand. So all these are interfaces. Right. So if these are interfaces, you are not supposed to create an object for any of these. You are not supposed to write like this iterator some it equal to new iterator. Right? Why? Because you are not supposed to create an object for interface. That is not possible. So what are the interfaces? What are the methods it contains? So first to open the API documentation and see as part of the enumeration what are the methods are there. As part of the iterator what are the methods are there. In the same way as part of the list iterator what are the methods are there. Right? So try to note down the methods. The method names are important. Right? So I'm opening the API documentation. Right? See here going to util package. So here go to that interfaces. Here enumerator, enumeration, right? So this is the interface. Observe what are the methods are available. Please note down these methods. So this is important. So one is has more elements method, has more elements method. So next method is next element method. So observe here element is there. So did you remember yesterday we discussed what are the methods of vector class. So inside the vector class methods, so every method is add elements, remove element at. So like this, elements is there, right? So try to remember that point. So enumeration interface contains two methods. These two are abstract methods. One is has more elements. Second one is next element. So who will implement this enumeration interface? So enumeration interface is implemented by so which people, right? Interface. So actually this is implemented by some legacy classes like a vector and a stack. Maybe you might be see somewhere implemented classes where this is implemented. The elements vector is there elements method, right? See also iterator. Right. So as part of the vector class, there is a elements method. By using this elements method, so they can implement these two methods. So if you have doubt, you can open the a vector class. Vector class. So go to elements method. There are so many elements method, so many elements matched. Elements method is there. So what if you call this elements method? So what it will return? It will return enumeration object. That means it will return the implementations for has more elements and has element next element method, right? So if you call this elements method, it will return say object of enumeration. Try to remember that. Okay. First we will see what are the methods are available. So enumeration methods are has more elements and next element. Then iterator. interface methods. So first try to see what are the methods available. Iterator interface, iterator, iterator is there. So try to note down the method names. So here you have two methods, three methods, has next, next and remove. Has next, next and remove. So you have three methods here. Next go to list iterator. Try to observe what are the methods are there. So list iterator. Go to method summary. See here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 methods are there. I am not noting down. So just I will mention 9 methods. Right. So observe here. First one has more elements. Next element. Here also next element is there. Next is there. But you are adding one more extra method, that is remove method. So here you have add method. So here you have 9 methods are there. So 9 methods are, we will try to read once. Add method, as next, has previous, next, next index, previous index, remove and set. So we will discuss all the methods, you don't worry. Right. So first we will try to understand why three cursors are there, what are the uses of those cursors, so how to use those methods. So we'll start with the enumeration and we'll try to understand what is the purpose of that. Right. So first one we'll start with the enumeration. Right. So we'll try to collect the elements. So I'll write one simple example. So I'm writing a class. Enumeration example. Right. Save the file. Saved it. So all these are available in java.util package. I'm using star. So inside this I will write the main method. So main method is completed. So inside the main method, first I need to get the object of enumeration. So why we are using enumeration? To retrieve the elements of collection object. First we must be having a collection object. It must contain some data. We need to retrieve the data. That's why we are using enumeration. So that means first we need to have a collection object. So I am taking a collection object like vector. So vector object vector, right. So I collected vector. I created one vector object. So for this vector object, I am adding the elements. Something you can add any data. Right. So I added all this data. So now I will try to first print it whether data is added or not. I am printing the V. So compile the program. Read the screen. So compile the code. Enumeration example. You compile successfully. Try to run it. Enumeration example. Right. So data is there, but data is, you are getting entire data at a time. When you print the reference, whenever you are printing the reference, so it is printing entire data at a time. At a time. You don't want this data at a time. So you want data. You want to retrieve the data one by one. So how to get the data one by one? To get the data one by one element, then you can use the cursors. So now we are trying to learn enumeration cursor, right? So how to get the enumeration object? So actually in enumeration there are two methods. So one is has more elements method, and has next element method. I hope that is correct. Has more elements and a next element. has more elements, next element. So we are planning to use these two methods, but these two methods are available in interface. For interface, you are not supposed to create an object. So you need to know which class is providing the implementation for these two methods. So actually, vector class will provide the implementation for these two methods. So you need to get the object of enumeration by using vector reference. So in vector class, using the vector reference, v dot, you use the elements method. Elements method is there. So yesterday we discussed. So this is the vector class. Yesterday we discussed the vector class methods. See here, vector class methods we discussed. As part of the vector class methods, there is a one method, elements method. So this is the static method. Sorry, this is the instance method. If you call this method, so it will return enumeration object. That means implemented class object it will returns. You can assign that implemented class object to interface reference, no problem, right? So now I am trying to use that one, v dot elements method. If I call that v dot elements, it will return a object to me. That object is of type enumeration type, right? So of type enumeration type, ENUMERATION, right? Correct. So now I am able to get the enumeration reference. Using this reference, I can call has more elements and I can call has next element methods. So now I try to understand how I will call this. So how I will call this, please try to understand. So first, what is the purpose of this method? Has more elements method. So first it will verify is the collection object contains data or not. First it will verify actually has more elements method. Return type is boolean type. Boolean type. So what this method will verify? So if you apply this method, on top of vector, right? So v dot elements, sorry, has more elements. If you apply a method like this, then what it will do? First it will verify is there any elements inside this vector or not. If it is having elements, it will return true. If it is don't have any elements, it will return false. So observe the return type of has more elements. So enumeration interface. So go to has more elements method. Return type is boolean type. So if it is boolean type means it will verify it contains elements or not. If it is contains elements, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. So in this case, it will return true, right? So if it is returning true, then you need to pick the first element. So how to pick the first element? You can use next element method. If you apply this next element method, so it will pick the first element and it will return as an object, right? So to pick the element, we will use next element method to check collection object contains data or not. We will use this has more elements method, right? So first we need to verify, then we need to pick the data. So now I am trying to, so if it is having 10 elements, every time we need to verify, every time you need to pick the data, every time you need to verify, every time you need to pick the data. So for that I am using a while loop. So I will keep this statement inside the while loop. So if I keep like this, what will happen? So until it contains the elements, so it will keep on repeat, it will keep on repeat, right? So inside this while loop, what I will do, I will take this has elements method, next element method, v dot next element method, right? So what it will return, it will return one object type. So you need to collect as an object, right? So you can print that object. So now try to understand what will happen. So compile the code, has more elements, and next element you can print the data, right? So compile the code. We're getting many errors. What is this error? Has more elements. CLEMENTS methods is not available. It will return a vector. You cannot find the symbol object. 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 Where is the another error? Has more elements. CLEMENTS. Is there any mistake? So I will copy the method name. Has more elements. Has more elements. Next element. So I will save the file. Is there anything extra? Right. Save the file. Compile the code. Execute the. Sorry. Next element has more elements. Cannot find the symbol. Has more elements. So you are applying on top of V. That is the wrong. So you need to apply on top of E, not V. E. Right. So compile the code. So try to execute it. Java enumeration example. So after here, first time you are printing all the data as a square basis, like a single dimensional array, right? So first element, second element, third element, like this, it is printing all the data. Now it is printing one by one, right? So it is printing the data one by one. First element, second element, third element, like this. So how this is happening? So this is happening because of this while loop. So what this while loop will do? First it will verify first element is there or not. If first element is there, so it will return true. It will enter into this while loop. Then it will pick the next element. Next element means the first element it will pick. It will pick the first element. Then the cursor will move to second position. Okay, the cursor will move to second position, and you are printing the statement. So it is printing the data in the console. It is printing. So cursor is moved to second position. It will verify second element is there or not. If it is second element is there, it will return true. It will pick the second element and it will print the second element. The cursor will move to next position, third position. So like this, the cursor will be moved up to last position. After last, if nothing is there, the cursor it will be terminated. So in this way, you can retrieve the elements one by one, right? So if you are having a requirement like, so if you want to print only even numbers, see here one more example. We'll try with one more example. Linked list example. Cursors. Right. So we'll try with one more example. Only 7 members are there. Okay, no problem. So I will try to finish the code. So first element, second element, third, fourth, fifth. So like this, I have 10 elements. Consider I have 10 elements. Sixth one, seventh, eighth, 9, and 10. So I have 10 elements. So while printing, I want only even numbers. I don't want odd numbers. So in this case, how to print? So first, you are retrieving all the elements by using the same way. So whenever you are retrieving the first element, first convert that element into integer number. So how to convert it? Typecasting. So you just convert that number into integer type. So after that, so it will be integer format only, right? So now try to check whether the element is even number or not. If O percentage 2 equal to 0, so that means even number, else odd number, right? So what are the even numbers? You just print even numbers and odd numbers also. System.out.println. So that is O is even number. So in the same way, you just print odd numbers also. So you want to separate. So in a collection, you have different objects. So in those different objects, you want to separate. So what are the even numbers and what are the odd numbers, right? So what are the even numbers? What are the odd numbers? You want to separate it. Right. So save the program. So try to compile it. Try to execute it. See here, the collection contains all these elements. The collection contains all these elements. Right. At last, one more element is there. What is that? Linked list example. Okay, I will remove that one. So because of that, you are getting error. Right. So remove it. So compile the code. So clear the screen. So compile one more time. Execute it. Let's see here. So the collection contains 1 to 10 elements. In those 1 to 10 elements, what are the even numbers? What are the odd numbers? You want to find out. So you want to first you need to retrieve the elements one by one. So all are in object format. You need to convert that object format into integer format. So once you are converted into integer format, verify whether it is a even number or odd number by using that logic. So right, I applied this logic. So first I converted to integer type. So integer type to I am applying this logic. I am verifying even number or odd number. Right. So this is one more example. So 10 is even number, 9 is odd number, 8 is even number, 7 is odd number. So like this you can retrieve the elements. Right. So you can take this as a one more example. So I think it's better to stop the class now. Maybe people are preparing for the exam or what. I don't know. Maybe they are having some supply exam. They are preparing for that. Right. So enumeration example. So I think it is better to stop the session. Very less number of people are there.
Sir,
Chapandama.